Welcome everyone, it's Vapors of Drakemar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. Last time I was talking about upgrading Ninja, whether Ninja was a good decision or not. Managed to get him to level 53. Going to be upgrading his gear if possible. Gotta roll it. Come on, game. Please. Come on. We'll do that for now. A banner. I'm gonna have to grind Spider for it. Probably right. Okay. But yeah, I did a fair amount of off-screen grinding to try to get him to level 53, but he isn't the only. I also have to farm Spider for a banner for him. I have to assemble the food. I also put some levels on my Bulwark that I got earlier. We'll be keeping him around. He's actually very accurate at placing his HP burn and weaken, but not much else, which is probably why he's mainly clan boss material. Because that's all he really does. He also is good for maybe Spider for placing the HP burn and weaken. He's good at anything, any large boss where he has to place the HP burn and weaken, but he's not good at other things. That's basically what he does as a champion. Needs someone to place HP burn and weaken? Wham! He does it. So yeah, we're gonna be making some 4s. And we're going to be making rank 5 hit. Because I have to make the process of making more food. That process does not end with that process does not end with the coming of Ninja. No sir, it does not. Because I can't really afford to keep all these level 1s. We'll be farming all that up soon. Zephyr Sniper is intriguing. And there you go. That's a pretty extensive shard pull, if I do say so myself. Always take these when you can get them. But yeah, I used a lot of the XP boost to try to grind. I did not want to show that on screen because it was incredibly tedious. I mean, I showed some of it before my game crashed, as you may have remembered if you watched that video. Yep. In 17 minutes, we can buy another fragment, which will get us immensely closer to where I need to be. Yes. I have a bad feeling it's going to be like the second or third wave that destroys us. More the third. This actually doesn't look that bad. Because mainly, we don't have a lot of potential. Should have his KO. I'm going for time compression. Increase defense. Gotta decrease his turn meter because this guy's gonna be annoying. See this guy, this Altan guy. That's my point. Altan is a very annoying champion. Very annoying champion to deal with. As you can clearly see, he is really hard to deal with. In fact, he might kill my whole team. It's so scary dealing with one. You don't. Okay, thank God. You don't know how scary it is facing one. They're one of the scariest enemies known to man. Altans. But yeah, I wasn't gonna miss out on doing tag team tournament, mainly because if I miss out on that, I will look like a total fool. I look like a total fool. Seems to be a barbarian faction set up here. I know that seems like just me, but that's what that looks like. Because if I'm not much mistaken, they're all barbarians. It doesn't mean that they're bad or they don't have good points or they're not good looking, because they clearly are good looking. And they clearly... I mean, two of the most stylish barbarians I've ever seen in the game, right there. Scylla the Drakes and High Katun. I've always wanted a High Katun. Scylla the Drakes, excuse me. I wanted a High Katun a long time ago. Near the beginning of the game, I was like, where's my High Katun? I don't have one. And I realized, oh wait. You don't get one until later in the... Did anyone see that damage? This is what you get for raising him above level 50. Yeah, his damage goes up and getting his gear in better shape? Yeah. Watch this. Instant burn, made sure there's a triple stack as well. Half health thing, what I sure is a relatively devastating level 60 Visix. I'm pretty sure. Now for the final gauntlet. I'm just starting the Terminator. Ooh, they were rosin. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. I'm actually petrified. What the frick? They have an actual rosin Scarhide? This is bad. Why did I pick this fight? No! Swear to God, I am petrified of Rosin Scarhide. Because you actually went through the effort to fuse his ass. You actually went through the effort to fuse his ass. The second you go through the effort to fuse his ass, I am afraid. I am really afraid. Anyone who went through the effort to actually fuse him. I am very afraid. Like, yeah. Alright, so in 10 minutes we should have him. Don't like facing Elder Scarred. Arena. Oh, I'll take this battle. Let's take this. Yeah, this won't be the easiest fight in the world, but it's better than some of them. Faster than him for one thing, so we can outmaneuver him. Yeah, he's gonna heal a lot. That's kind of a given. We're definitely gonna want to get increased attack on him though. This is turn meter. We're not gonna want his It's Alive thing to do too much. Miscreated Monster can be a major pain in the rear, and so can this Nupar. Yeah, Mishald is not a joke, as much as everyone thinks it might be. I'm actually really afraid of him. Notice how I'm behaving. That's not a coincidence. Because I would not be surprised if he one-shots him. I would not be surprised. 'Cause he is... to use the word OP. Now, the real question is what can he do in Doom Tower and Clan Boss? Because we haven't covered Clan Boss, have we? Not recently. No, not since I've been leveling the living hell out of Ninja. No, we have not. No, we have not. See, he put the burn straight away. Look how little damage he just took compared to that. He's truly growing up now, and when I get him even better gear one day, yeah, like if I get him like legendary accuracy gear, because that would be like his best gear for Clan Boss in general, maybe even Arena, just to make sure he has like maximum chance to land his abilities, because that's what's gonna give him the punch. Oh, the smack. See, because he's gonna land that burn straight away. The burn is gonna do a hell of damage. Because as a Clan Boss damage champion, he's gotta consistently land his stuff. But he could do even more if booked. Just saying. But we're going to leave the booking for later. Much later. Because booking is a long and difficult process. Even his slash does more. Everything he does more. Everything he does. Look at that. Wicked. Wicked. Now, if he can just land that decreased defense more often, it would be the PZ de resistance of this. That and swap around these two. Get like multiple War Master people in there. Like 3 different people procking War Master. Yeah, that would be something. These two over here, they're the defense specialists. Yes, there we go. You know how much burn that does? He lands it every single time. Because we're gonna want a lot of damage on him. We're gonna want that to land nearly 100% of the time, practically. Because we're gonna want that. We're gonna want him to really hurt in order to make progress. We're gonna want him to really hurt. Kind of like that. Yeah, see that 50K? That's not an accident. That's what happens when you put in the investment. Because he's creeping up the ladder, you see? In terms of actual damage, he's creeping up that ladder. You could see the damage now more plainly than you ever could. We're going to want to keep him under veil, because keeping him under veil will prevent people from getting to him. Because the main thing is we don't want the clan boss to see him or whack him. That's the main thing. Because he's actually become something of a clan boss MVP. Actually, he's grown a lot. Because his damage is no longer to be trifled with. It's a force of nature. See? His damage... And I don't know why the clan boss ignored him, but... We'll get to a slick 8 mil without too much difficulty after that one. I'm pretty sure the numbers are not gonna lie when we get to the end of this. He is probably gonna be very up there in damage. Just you watch. He's outstripped everyone now. He has outstripped everyone in damage. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. This is a very intimidating number of shitheads. Let's try it anyway. I have a mission. I have a mission. this is gonna be very... Stuff's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. Did not go down. But it was worth a shot. The only way to complete that mission, by the way, is to defeat something with more player power than you. That's the only way. I don't know what qualifies for that, but it's not going to be an easy ride. Once you get above your own team power, you get into people that like all the compulsive people. You run into those, the people that have been playing a long time compulsively. That's what you get. Like the more you get down that rabbit hole, the more you get to these people who've been playing for years. Very consistently for maybe 8 months or something. Years would be like plattering. I don't think I can beat this, but I'll give it a shot. Because these tank champs, you can't underestimate them. They're really strong. I'd need like a Vergus to get that. Can I do it? This is not easy. He is nutty. Okay. Not think that qualified, but sure, game. Sure. Use glyphs. I need to get this guy a banner. There's But yeah, like I said, Ninja is gonna start out damaging everyone, especially when especially when I start leveling him up to 60 and getting him better, getting him War Master and better gear. Yeah, he's gonna start to really go to town. And we're getting our fragment of Drexthar. All that's left is his knee down here. It's all that's left. But we're not... I don't... Actually, are we, though? Maybe Ninja can get past it. Maybe. One thing I like about Ninja is that he has a perfect veil, so enemies don't see his ass. So he's actually good versus AI, better than players, because they don't see him. They do reduced damage to him, and they don't see him. The thing I hate about using him in Arena is they can see him. They don't care. They'll go right beneath his veil. They see him, they're able to hit him. The AI can't hit him. So he's actually more useful in Doom Tower than he is in Arena for that reason. Because Veil is far more potent against AI opponents who are deceived by this. So that's something to know. Yeah, I don't really rate him as an Arena champion unless you have a good setup to deal with the fact that they don't care. They don't care about that. I like these. He's interesting. He's like a weird screen. Granted, he's harder on, obviously, a hard bow or whatever. Fat chance that we're ever going to get that. Here, Ninja isn't actually that useful, but we can use him here anyway. The main thing is that we can't use the burn ability. That's the main thing with Ninja in this fight, surprisingly, I know. But you can't use his burn ability. Now, the funny thing about Ninja is that he might actually... But he might actually be good enough now that he might actually be the answer for the terrible 49th floor. I can't guarantee it. I have to test it. He might very well. He's definitely good in Clan Boss if you max him. If you like his damage in Clan Boss, he definitely does damage in Clan Boss. 100%. He now outdamages everyone on this account in Clan Boss, including Kale and Elhain, without War Master. Just wait until he gets War Master. Ooh, he is going to sting if he gets War Master. He is going to sting. Now, this boss is a little bit unique. We actually are not going to want... We're actually not going to want to place the HP burn. This is the one instance where placing HP burn is actually not a good plan. I don't care what champion we have, like Drexthar, I don't care who it is. Placing HP burn on him is actually a have to remember, it's a bad plan. Don't do it. I know he has enough burn to whittle the clan boss to nothing. But don't. Gotta remember, don't place it. Don't burn his ass. It doesn't work. Don't burn his ass. Okay, now this specific, actually, I want to try something. So, this specific fight, we are actually going to try ninja it. Granted, good old Manaya may be the only one left alive, but I want to test. That's the thing. I want to test, even though I know for a fact the only one that's guaranteed to be able to live is Manaya, despite her appearance. Which is why, in the semi-distant future, when I get my next set of food, if we haven't gotten Drexlar by that point, we will be trying to, or Arbiter, Drexlar or Arbiter, we will be trying to max Manaya. Probably. Generally speaking, you're gonna want... Well, there goes our hunter. This might get a lot stickier without her around. I hate it. He literally reminds me vividly of Warwick. I don't know why. He vividly reminds me of Warwick. Oh, he can land that now? Ooh, that's spicy. That's very spicy. I'm sorry I didn't respect whatever the hell that guy is. That was my problem. It's my bad. Because as you move up the tower, this gets to be more and more threatening. This guy, this Nupar is, yeah. This is the kind of boss you need a different affinity of shield, because without it, you get screwed. You want to see that damage. Trouble is, like I said previously, keeping him alive. At this point, it may be up to the Manaya solo committee. It's up to the Manaya solo. Because it's the only setup I have that works currently. Like, I need like a debuff cleanser that I need to develop a debuff cleanser that's like force affinity or like a different affinity, like a positive affinity or something, because other than that, like, this is literally what we're up against. I don't think it was a very good thing that Elhain died early. Following you, her. In fact, Vergus is nearly useless in this fight, actually. Because what happens is his affinity is the doom of him. That's the problem. We might still be able to pull this off because Naya is ridiculous. Yes. So yeah, this is going to be a long... It might be doable. It might be doable. But I don't know. Well, it kind of is only because of the amount of sustained sword strike that Manaya does. It's a long fight. It's just Manaya doing it. It's not like she can't do the thing. But yeah, like I'd imagine he'd be good for the other affinity, Spider. But I don't imagine he's not good for this affinity. The main reason, I think, is the affinity coupled with the heals. I think that's why, because you have to be able to sustain a fight with this nutball. Because you clearly see, if you're a negative affinity to this spider, you struggle. You struggle. Like that part seems clear to me. Like, Sibeli would probably be good versus this version because she has the right affinity. Because affinity matters in this boss fight. Like, it literally matters to the point where it doesn't matter if you're level 50. If you're the right affinity, then you'll do better. I might change the squad up a bit, take Vergus out of the equation, and put in more force or more damage. Because that seems to be favored by this boss. But yeah, she in terms of the Nether Spider, this version is her fight. This is like entirely Manaya's fight. This affinity is like a big screw you if you aren't force affinity and have sustain. Basically. Literally. It's like, screw you if you don't have that. Like, yes, you can do it with a Relicly Tender and a full team, but you need a very good cleanse, and you have to time it perfectly. And it has to be a complete cleanse on this version. Okay. Maybe not, but you need more force affinity if that's the case. Because you can't have this poison even moderately hitting well. It has to like all weak hit, otherwise you're in for a like you'll get nuked. Most times you'll actually get nuked, as you can see here. This is a very long fight with just Manaya though. Has to be said. Not undoable. Just a long fight. Because she's the only one that lives past this thing. It's like, basically, like, here's the thing. Even if I were to sustain this a bit longer, it would be inevitable that Manaya would end up soloing it anyway, possibly. But, yeah, this is also a vivid evocation of how much this boss says screw you to non-force affinity. Or void. It has to be either force or void. If it's void, it's still a very dicey time. You're only comfortable if you're force affinity. You're only truly comfortable in this fight if you're force affinity. And you have sustain. But yes. I'm not saying it's not doable, but it's very nerve-wracking and tough. Like, you're literally forced to self-heal constantly. Pray that you don't get screwed over by this boss. It's a very nasty, long slog. And a lot of it has to do with healing, anti-healing, and what affinity she is. It's literally what this fight turns into. Against a champion nobody cares about. But one day, I will make her stronger, even though no one cares about her, because she still has uses, as you can clearly see. She's the only champion on this account that can actually take this sucker on. Okay, first things first, take Vergus out of the fight entirely. He's not useful here. Ninja could be useful if we could keep him alive. We have to be careful what affinity we put in this fight. I guess we could go this comp. We're not keeping Vergus in there. We are not keeping Vergus in there because he is not useful in this fight at all. He's just a hindrance, not a help. Because he's only a help on the magic affinity, on the spirit affinity one. On this one, he just gets wiped. That's the bitter truth about this one. Because he's actually a negative affinity. And affinity matters in this fight. It really does. Affinity matters. So don't... If there's one thing you can learn from my mistake, be careful on what affinity you take in this fight. Because it truly matters what affinity you take. I'm also trying to kill the other guy in the back. The other guy in the back is a serious issue. As you can see, this spider is a massive pain in the rear. Generally need I'm gonna need to time this perfectly. Because this ability, when he detonates, or she detonates it, is seriously awful. As you can see though, Force Affinity is far and above value. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost this fight anyway. Again, you have to be very careful with how you set that team comp up. I've only done it like one or twice. That boss is just a real serious pain in the butt. I don't wanna dwell on that boss too much. We got past it before. Getting past it again is always going to be an absolute pain. You have to have a lot of force affinity. Ninja is nearly irrelevant in that fight because of how toxic its affinity is. And his wave clear is not the absolute best because he has to be able to instantly clear the spiderlings on that difficulty or get it instantly cleansed off him, or he's done. That's the real issue here. I'd much rather farm Eternal Dragon anyway. Because it's an interesting boss that I haven't fought much. I've only fought a handful of times. So that's part of why I'm interested. I've fought the Nether Spider a lot because I fought the other Affinity version that's a lot easier. But the only way to even make that moderately tenable is I need to make more Force Affinity champions. Rank 5 and rank 6. Literally, I have to like... I have to... What do I have to make? I have to make... Yeah, or I have to get like a reviver, like, I don't know, like more Force Affinity. Because Force Affinity is what's good versus that boss. If you're not Force Affinity, you're in trouble. Like, because she's Force Affinity, that makes it a lot easier. She also happens to be a legendary, which gives her extra power, like strength. Because, yeah, gender and appearance is not a nerf in this game. Maybe a nerf in other games, but it's not a nerf in this game. Now, the weird thing is, on the second account, I did in fact kill this boss. It was an area past this that destroyed me. Now, we are going to be checking Ninja in the next area to see if he is the long-lost solution to a very dire problem. Also, Eternal Dragon Scale is only available on this rotation, so I'm gonna go try to find the stuff that's only available on this rotation. Because it's very rare for me to even get this far. Alright. So you've all been waiting for it, right? We are going to be doing an acid test. Now, this acid test might be the harshest acid test yet in the game. How well does he do versus this? Because this is extremely dangerous. This is probably the most dangerous test I've ever had in the game for him. The most dangerous. If he can beat this, he's become a hero. A true and genuine hero without any form of compromise. The problem is he's gotten provoked. Now, the real question is, can he, if we can get him to live long enough, yes, I'm trying to answer this question. So can he freeze this wave? The amount of provoke is stopping me from answering the question. Okay. Well, at least Minaya is not going to last long enough in state to do this anyway. Which is why I have to max her later. Okay, so we're going to kill her. Can he freeze this wave? He can! He can freeze that wave! Really, game? They just had to... They just had to... do it. The fact that they have almost no cooldown on that ability is disgusting. Who the frick thought this was okay to put in the game? Okay, so confirmed Ninja is better than previously imagined at this level. But he doesn't have the cooldown. I don't know if he's the answer, but he's definitely doing better than expected. He's definitely doing better than expected. Definitely. Look how well he's doing compared to Hank. He's miles above our Hank. So like... But yeah, he's actually not bad versus Valkyrie. I don't know if he'll get past the Skull Lord Valgirls. But yeah, he's something of a hero. He definitely is. He's more of a hero than I expected him to be. See? Because by hindering the counterattack, he removes one of the turns of it. Freezing it. And he doesn't take much damage either. Maybe. If he had a better pairing. He might be able to do it. The problem comes with those force effect matchups. That's the problem. But yeah, and he died, but he's almost a true hero. He's actually not as bad as I thought. He's useful almost everywhere, even versus Valkyrie. I just can't deal with this. This BS, I can't deal with it still. But he is actually useful versus Valkyrie. It's the second set that I can't get past. He is actually useful there as well, which I find quite impressive. I'm actually favorably impressed. Granted, it's not perfect, but I'm favorably impressed. I'm favorably impressed. killing her is going to be a pain in the butt. Amazingly. Like, he can deal with the Valkyries, but I need something to deal with the Force Affinity. I have to deal with the Force Affinity, probably. That's the irony of it. He can actually deal with the Valkyries half okay. He's one of the only champions I have that can. It's the second part he can't deal with, which is really interesting. That's actually really interesting. This won't be an easy fight. Or not. But yeah. Yep. That right there is proof. Conclusive proof. He's useful in almost every area of the game.